Ha! Whoa, ho, 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 ho. Whoa, ho, ho, ho. Whoa. Ha! It's time for another Reed Avocado report from Golden Gate Palms in Richmond, California, our demonstration garden tree. And as you can see, our demonstration garden has made zero progress. That's because we've been having this unbelievable warm springtime global warming phenomena winter like no other winter I've ever remembered. It's been basically like 70 degrees, like highs, plus or minus, for like 6 weeks through the middle of winter. Right now it's like March 3rd, I believe. And it's kind of like what my grandpa said. My grandpa was from Kansas, and he came out here during the Great Depression. He basically broke Mustangs all the way out here across Nevada, or lived on ranches. That was his one skill set. That's what people paid him to do. He'd live on the ranch. He'd walk out on the ranch and say, you know what, you give me a place to sleep and a bed and some food and maybe a little money at the end of the month. I'll break a couple Mustangs for you. And that's what he did. Charles Edgar Gregg. Let's hear it from Charles Edgar Gregg. He's not with us any longer. Super cool guy. Anyway, he told me, I said, you know, Grandpa, he was a man of few words. I said, Grandpa, when I was little, it must have been, he talked about having to walk through the snow in Kansas. He walked out of there during the Great Depression and worked his way across the country. But before that, lived in Kansas, put up with that weather. And I said, Grandpa, what was it like? You know, like after living in Kansas in that sub-freezing winter all winter long, he said the truck got stuck one winter in the snow and they just had to get it in spring. That's how bad it was. Anyway, I said, Grandpa, what was it like when you came to California? And, you know, your very first winter when it came. When we came out of the Sierra across Sacramento, there was this long line of trees off of Highway 80, off on an old ranch. And he said, you see those trees? I said, yeah. He said, I slept under those trees. That was the day before I met your grandma at the ranch in Lafayette, where they had a big dairy. He walked onto that ranch, talked his way into a job there. But he basically, like, you know, hitchhiked and any way he could, but he slept on the side of the road. You know, I do that now, so I keep the tradition alive. But I said, Grandpa, what was it like that first winter when you came to California? And the winter came, like, what was it like? And I thought I'd start a big conversation, but all he said was 3 words. No, 2 words. Never came. That's what happened this year. Winter never came. It's been summer the whole time. I don't know why I'm wearing a sweatshirt. Anyway, back to the avocado report. Let's talk about this. Not sure if Grandpa liked avocados. I can't remember, but he never ate them. Anyway, Reed Avocado. You follow along with the Reed Avocado report, fruiting report. You'll see all these plants or this tree through different stages and sequences of fruiting. You see the fruit's getting really big now. It's getting ready. These are my two wompers right here. These are the two that the tree is trying to tell us why it's called what it's called. Avocado, which is aguacate in Aztec. And anyway, that is a certain Aztec name for a certain body part of human anatomy. And I don't know if you know, I don't want to say it here. I don't want to get in trouble, but I'll let you look that up. Anyway, so here we are. Fruit's getting big. And we're getting all the buds for spring right now. They're going to start pushing out. The Reed avocado is a more tropical avocado, so it actually is a little bit behind some of the other trees, and it responds a little later to spring, as does Nabal and some of the more tropical ones. Now, what a wonderful thing is, like, what you want are your avocados to be hidden. It's kind of a tease, you know? It's like a strip tease. Woo! There they are. That's it. But you want them hidden underneath the foliage, because the sun will bake the fruit. You don't want that. You always want your fruit to be shaded. But anyway, so right now, March 2nd, these avocados were born on this tree about 11 months ago, probably in April or May, and it's taken this long to get these things to this stage. Now, these aren't even ripe yet, believe it or not. I have to wait for these things to cook on the tree and ripen on the tree for probably another 2 or 3 months. I have to wait until May or June before I pick this fruit. And the longer I wait, the better it's gonna taste. And so it looks like we've had a look under the tree. I don't think there's very much fruit drop. I don't see much under here. No, I don't see any actually. So I think we're holding pretty much all the fruit. Look at this one branch right here. We've got 3 big ones right there. I'm sure over here we've got some hidden away down underneath. Oh, yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just in this little branch here. These things cost like $3 in the store. So there's some hanging there. So anyway, the reason I'm out here right now, every time we get a shipment of avocados, we get avocado leaves. Avocado leaves have a wonderful compound in them for antimicrobial compound that prevents root rot on avocados. So, you know, if your neighbor has a big avocado tree, I don't know why my guys dumped these over here. The avocado tree is over there. We'll have to have a little company meeting about this. Anyway, so you take all this stuff, throw it under the tree. It's gonna think that it's living under a natural forest condition with all its friends, partying away. And I'll do this later so I don't waste your time. But, and then also I'm just gonna throw a little bit of fertilizer on this tree. And here's the fun thing, right? Remember the fun thing? What's the fun thing? That's one of the fun things here. People come down here and they drop off the most random things, like customers. And they're like, I think Gary will use this somehow. I've got everything in this whole nursery is like found either on the side of the freeway when I'm driving by, or, like brought here by people. Look, there's a whole collection of those little trinkets over there. Those are all made out of this same material. But there's even a little flower vase that came with it, a matching little flower vase. So I don't know who dropped that off, but I love these little, there's dolphins, and there's this little like party mask thing that I like. But I'm gonna use this for my fertilizer right now. So anyway, I wanna thank everybody for dropping off really cool stuff. Actually, you probably shouldn't drop off too much stuff. I really am wanting to be less is more now. I've got a lot of junk down here, and I really need to figure out how best to apply that junk, whoops, or get rid of it. One or the other. No more storing junk. All right, and that's pretty much the whole story of what we're doing right now with Mr. Reed Avocado. And when you come down here, you can see how we planted it. You can come buy some avocados with us, nice and mounded up, real fluffy, loose soil. It's happy as can be. It's getting its new growth for spring right here. And pretty soon it'll bud out. Hopefully it'll have as much fruit next year as it had this year. This is a really good year. So we're in the final stretch, guys. I'm gonna put all these Reed Avocado reports all in a line on a playlist. Keep promising to do that. And then we'll forever know like how long it takes to fully ripen a Reed avocado. So you too can have some beautiful hanging diploid human anatomy-like fruit to eat.